Hello everybody, welcome back to Nanaba's Kitchen, and if this is your first time stopping by, a warm welcome to you as well. I also want to take the opportunity to thank you all so much for sharing my videos, for sticking with me thus far. I appreciate you all so much. On the menu today is a simple recipe, dinner rolls. So let me get my hands washed so we can begin. All right, friends, so to begin, we are going to be needing a few ingredients. I have pre-measured everything, but we're going to talk about the ingredients and the amounts as they go into the mixer. Now, we need some butter. We're going to melt this butter, so we want to get that going. We need 2 tablespoons full of butter, so I'm just going to go ahead and get that from here and get that ready to melt. All right, so here I have a tablespoonful of active yeast, dry yeast, however you call it. We want to make sure that it's active and good to go. So we're going to pour it in 200 milliliters of water, and this water is warm. It's not hot, it isn't cold, it's just warm. So that goes in here. And then for the entire recipe, I have measured a half a cup of granulated sugar. I'm going to take a tablespoonful of that amount of sugar and add it to the yeast mixture. It's perfectly combined, so now we're going to just cover it and set it aside for 10 minutes or so, and it should be nice and frothy on the top, indicating that our yeast is good and ready. So for this recipe, friends, we need 4 cups of all-purpose or plain flour. I have sifted the flour once, and now I am measuring 4 cups and re-sifting it. The second sifting is necessary for the best outcome. So friends, here we have 4 cups of sifted flour. I'm going to add the rest of our sugar to it, half a cup full, minus the tablespoon we took for the yeast mixture. And here's our secret ingredient, powdered milk. We have a 1/4 cup of that. That also goes in here. Now we're also going to add our salt, which is 1 teaspoon of salt, followed by a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg that's been grated. And what you're going to do now is just mix all your dry ingredients together in preparation for combining the dry and the wet ingredients, which all have to be at room temperature. And to do that, we're going to pour our dry ingredients into our mixing bowl. 10 minutes later, you guys, look at the yeast mixture. It is frothy and foamy, our indication that it's going to allow our dough to rise. So now I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Whisk 1 egg, which is at room temperature, and begin combining. I have a whole milk here, and it is half a cup of whole milk. The egg has been incorporated. And now I'm pouring in the yeast mixture, and make sure that you pour everything in there. There you go. Remember, the yeast also has the vanilla extract. And then mix. Once the dough comes together and becomes sticky, it is time to drizzle in your melted butter. And then you're going to continue mixing for a good 12 minutes. The purpose of mixing in the mixing bowl for that long is to really begin developing that gluten, which is necessary in this recipe. You want your dough to be stretchy and sticky. Now pour it out onto a floured surface and begin stretching and pulling. You're going to knead for another 10 minutes or so. The more you knead, the more activated that gluten becomes. It is the gluten that's going to ensure that your final product is chewy, it is light and perfect. So we're going to proof now for 60 minutes, and I just placed the dough into my oven, which I hadn't turned on, Just keep that in mind. So if you have a warm environment in your oven, absolutely perfect spot to proof. 60 minutes later, here is what we have. It's doubled in size. Our sheet pan is ready. I smear some butter on there and make sure I coat it well with the butter. And then I also sprinkle some flour onto it so that when we bake, our dinner rolls don't stick. Now what I've done is deflated the dough and I have formed almost a square shape. And for this recipe, we're able to yield 12 dinner rolls. So what I do is I attempt to cut the dough into 12 equal sizes and form the rolls and place them close enough to each other so we have that signature look. The dinner rolls need to be now proofed again, this time for only 45 minutes, again in the oven. And now we're going to bake. We place the dinner rolls in the middle rack, and we also have a pan in there with water so that it creates steam to prevent your dinner rolls from drying out as they cook. And voila, look at how pretty this look. And give it a little shine. Not that it really needs a shine, but look, we want it to look even better, right? So we put some more butter on there, and this is clarified butter, meaning that we've melted it and separated the cream part from it. So it's just the oil that's going onto the bread to give it that shine. Now look at how light it is. This is perfection. Absolute crowd pleaser. Decadence at its best. Absolutely delectable. Yes, they feel like pillows, like clouds. This is going to make your guests happy, your family thankful, and you are also going to be very impressed. All right? Try this recipe. Let me know how it goes. Remember to add the secret ingredient, our powdered milk. It does everything for your dinner rolls. This was just beautiful. Oh my gosh. I ate a lot of this. I could not stop. I have to confess. Thank you all so much for watching. Make it a great day. And as always, have fun, especially in that kitchen.